Um, hopefully the stream is on. We shall find that shit out for ourselves shortly. Your channel. ETS day, right. Save to the playlist. Live streams. Done. And click into it. And hopefully hear somebody clicking into something. Yep. Right. Ugh. Right, we have just wrote down what did it do with them? Here they are. We just wrote down the rules for this one, so let's go on. But didn't even look and see what time. Yeah, we'll need to go and see what time they're starting at as well. Um, 3:20 for the first one, and then there's a big gap. 3:20 for the first one. Right, let's get a lobby with the settings. Bum 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 bum. Create. Load settings. Manufacturer's practice. Looks like what we want there. Right. At 12 o'clock. A bit of fine weather. Number of laps. 3. It is a rolling start. Slipstream will be real. Mechanical damage should be light. 4 and 4. That'll be real. Fuel consumption during qualifying off. 5 minutes, I think. It'll maybe be a 10-minute qualifier. Hello Tom, how's you? Hello Harry. Any of you know, guys, how long the qualifying is in this one today? We'll stick 10 minutes there for the moment. It is GR3, right. Maximum tires is mediums. Minimum tires is hard, and the required ones is the hards, so we'll have to use the hards, I think. We're done. Hello Jamie. We're not long up, and we've just had a couple of smokes as well, so we're very daydreamy. Bum bum, he said. I think that's us. Any info about the qualifying? JJ is the man in the know. JJ, how long is qualifying in today's race? Any info, sir? Is it 10 minutes? I have it set at 10 minutes. But just so I can get a proper idea of what's going on. We'll probably get our swept today if we dip our toes in this. 14 minutes for qualifying. 14 minutes. Thank you very much, JJ. And let's save all that there before one last check. Right, and we'll save those settings, please, over the top. All the interlocus ones, overwrite. Yes, settings saved. And create that shit. Lads, is there any other cars they just want me to add this here thing for Monday night that I'm doing? I've got 20 odds at the moment, but again I picked 17 or 18 AM, so JJ's, my fucking volume is way too loud. Engine, definitely. Doing manufacturers, I think so, JJ. I think we'll dip our toes into it. We'll love the track. Unless something disastrous is going to happen with us, with the feel of the car. But it's the Aston, and Kanki hauls ass on this track, and he's always using the Aston, so I'd like to think the Aston is going to be nice on this track. JJ knows. Yes. Harry's on 57. We're screwed, Harry says. Yeah, so we've got later on and all anyway, but if you do have any ideas of cars, I mean, that you want also in the hat to be pulled out on Monday, and I'm thinking in terms of tracks as well. If you have any particular tracks that you want in the hat, let me know. Or a part of me is also thinking I may just put all of the tracks, every version of every track, in the hat, and each week whatever car and whatever track we pull out, we'll throw those into another glass, and they'll never be pulled out again until it's all done, and then we can go through all different cars, or I don't know. JJ says he's at 64 DR. I'm down to 61 now. You're going to be in second split. So I was at 64 before I dipped my toes in. Whenever at my highest I was at 64. That would have been second split, you're saying? Francis, hello Francis. There's a man there. Francis is probably laughing at JJ saying he's going to be in second split. I would say Francis knows what you need in terms of DR to be in second split. He's maybe looking at your 64 thinking, for fuck's sake, you need to be up to at least 75 if you want in second split now. Finally dipping your feet. I am, Francis. The track has got me. Nothing has caught me for the last 2 or 3 weeks. So they haven't. I've enjoyed more. We go on a couple of daily races, and we've been doing wee tournaments as well, like on a Wednesday and a Saturday evenings. So yeah, but we've seen the Nordschleife, and we were like, oh, we might try and get on a bit early and do a wee practice. Francis is on 64k, or no, that's you asking. I would say Francis is on much more than that. Right, let's throw out the thanks with the rules. We haven't done this in that long. We nearly forgot about that shit. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Rules. Rules for this FIA race is must use the hard tire. At some point during the race. And some point in ace, no. Ah yeah, there was a fucking R there. It was head. And some point in the race. That should do. So thanks for joining me. Blah 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 blah. Right hand will throw out and make your way to track, please. Make your way to track, please. Starting soon. Jack's right, it would have been second split then, so if I had it, I got up to 64k, so did Francis 3 or 4 weeks back whenever the Sardinia daily was up. I dipped my toes into the other daily last week. It was backwards and we've lost. We're back down to 61, but that would have been up in second split. Yep. I reckon we're going to qualify last today. Even at this level, we're going to qualify last. And let's just hope we can hang with them. Make your way to track, please. What has gone wrong? This is not how I sit. The missus has been in here fucking about with this chair. This is well nowhere near. Look me, my knees are hitting the thing. It's hard up or something. Let's try and roll that shit back down, please, if you would. How does that feel? Boom, 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 boom. That's maybe a tad higher. Yeah, we'll see how that one goes. We'll get ourselves ticked in. Attention please, attention please. So 61, what have we been second, maybe third. Francis is on 85. Yeah, I knew all the top split guys will be well up above the 75 now. I used to that was all you could get to. I think it's up to 100 now or something. No, we'll not. Well, I don't think we'll be second split today, but we could perhaps bump in if Super GT likes this race and he likes this track. He could be in our room today if he decides to dip his toes in at some point. Jev, where's Jev? We might meet some new fast guys. You basically need 73 to 74 to be any chance of getting into top split. Oh, I don't care where I am, what number I am in the day's rooms. I'll just be happy to have some sort of competitiveness in me at all. JJ, get your arse to track, sir. Never mind talking to me in the YouTube. Attention please, attention please. Or in fact, the JJ's throughout. Can you wait a few minutes for me? Okay, JJ. It's all JJ's fault, lads. Anybody in here waiting. Who have we got in the house anyway? Let's have a look at that member list. Have we any superstars have turned up here today? Not at the moment. Oh, perhaps there's a Stephen from Australia. Is that flag? To the office, please, sir. Let's have a nosy at your profile. He has 100% of the campaign achieved. Very, very similar level to ourselves. Will more than likely be quicker and more consistent than us, because we're only at that level because our favourite track was a daily race the other week. 104 libraries, of which he has deemed 23 of them worthy enough for all of us to have a wee nosy. There we go. They're all going to be the same by the looks of it. He likes the wee star. He does. It looks well, but we're not going to dive in any of them. I would say that's Francis. Is that you, Francis, in the house? Have you just turned up? Is this a new account or the same account, Francis? To the apple, sir. It is a new account. None of the campaign. Is this a new team? Have you joined a team? I'll be in Rory's lobby if Rory does it. That'll be fun. That'll be fun. We'll hopefully not take him out. We'll hopefully cause no incidents. So, Francis, have you taken my advice? I see this new account that you have. I always advise people who come to me and ask me, have you any tips on how to get faster? I advise them to place 3 letters in front of their PlayStation name, because that seems to be an indication of a real fast guy. So have you taken that advice and thought, you know, I'm going to listen to Scottie, he knows what he's talking about, I'm going to throw 3 digits or a few letters in front of my name? How's it working out for you? Half second a lap, Badgie. Mr. Fabrice, hello sir. Nice to see you. Hello, Cannon. Or Canan or Karen. JJ asked for a couple of minutes. Those couple of minutes were out. The young man was about. Did not make it that day. And there we go. He jumped in. Good luck, lads. Qualifying started. That's exactly what he did. Francis has been listening to my tips. You needed the extra pace of the 3 letters. And tell you, I have not seen a 3-letter guy lacking pace. Every time I bump into a 3-letter guy, I'm like, I want your slipstream. Is the tire still on here? So we'll get a bit of an idea as to how the tires are going to go and what the fuel's like as well. If I remember right, there was one of these qualifying sessions where you had the fuel save really loads on the out lap in order to have enough fuel for your qualifying lap. So we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. He said right before forgetting every goddamn thing he was saying. Should be cruising here watching the tires, but I kind of want to see what way the tires are going to wear, so I know what to do with brake balance. And the fuel's off, so there's none of that. The fuel's off now in qualifying, so there's none of that fucked up shit anymore. Um, 14 minutes. Definitely only get one lap at it. I think the top guys were doing it in 8 minutes flat. I think the last time we were in this car group, a good lap for us, where we felt like we hadn't really made too many mistakes. I wanna say we got down to 8 minutes and 16 to 20. I'm still feeling like a perfect lap for us would have been closer to 8 minutes 10. Although let's hope that I wasn't in a Formula 1 car that day during those times. I'm liking the feel of the Aston so far. What are you in, JJ? That looks like an AMG, Jason. Right, and my front tires is going a wee bit now that I can see, so let's put the brake balance to the rear and see how the car feels. Has it got a nice first gear, the Aston? No, I think we'll stay away from it. It is usable, but I don't think we'll need it in this track. Slow down. I know, and I will do that, Francis. In the real thing, I'm just kind of wanting to get a wee bit of the feel of the Aston. I mean, so as we don't go out at the start of the race and throw it all away. But I'm enjoying how it's feeling. I think we'll look after the tyres a wee bit now. JJ doesn't want a piece of me. JJ said you start close to my arse and then try and make a pass on me in some section where there should be no overtaking. I shan't be pleased. Are you sure you wouldn't like it? We'll lift off again and offer you this shit. That's it, young man, take it, because you know my speed may not be the best. Alright, Ak, hello mate. Oh, you're likely to miss today's race, no problem mate, no problem. Right. Awful start to the lap. Heavy understeer, she doesn't like getting her nose in. Come on, Jay. Oh. Lot of time. Very slow in that open sector again. Remember in the AMG here last time we've done a race here as well. It was at the GP section. Over slow, but still plenty of loads of time to be made in this lap. That much time that the brain can't compute how much time exactly there is. What did we say the last time we were getting like around about 18, 19? So I tell you what, this car is good. It must be very fast, or there's something good about it, because that's the kind of times we were getting the last time. Whenever we felt like we were hitting a good lap, that wasn't a good lap, that was an awful lap. A whole pile of time there still to be made. Hopefully I haven't missed anything, lads. I would say Francis is about to come in and show us what a good time really is. No, you're alright, JJ. It didn't really affect me. Mr. H, hello Mr. H. He's on a bad lap. Dun dun dun, bang, 803, 804. At the same time as telling us this is a poor lap, typing one hand, it's only going to be an 805, lads, 5 seconds off the pace. Yeah, I'm struggling with the Aston there now, but there has to be something good about it. It's like in the fast corners that are usually flat out. This one's actually struggling to get that big nose in, but hopefully before the main event kicks off we'll have that feeling of the initial turn in. 808, still very good. It's good in a straight line. The Aston's extremely good here. You lost a couple of seconds at the start. My downfall is usually the initial. I don't enjoy, the Grand Prix bit. I'm constantly thinking about, come on, get me round to the North Lake bit, where I'll start to settle in. It's a fuel saver, by the way, says Francis. Are you starting on mediums, Francis, or are you getting more than the one lap out of a set of mediums? Is it only 1 lap on the hards, 2 laps on the hards? And you're different car anyway as well. You're an Hurricane, that'll be totally different from this. Mediums for 2 laps. Sounds like a plan, We need to try and figure out where the pit lane is as well. We're a wee bit, is it in the Formula 1 bit? Has to be in the Formula 1, seems the Formula 1 bit, so it'll be easy enough. And it's 20 past 3 that it starts at, I think. And it's only half 1. We'll get a couple of runs at this here. At least, but I'd like to think. Hello Fabrice, thanks for hopping on, lads. Pleasure to have you here as always. What, love? My wee lad has to go to the hospital. Well, say wee lad, like he's a man. No, he is, but he's got himself a BMX bike, thinking that he could do this and do that, and he was at a BMX park or something, and he tried to drop into a bowl, and his face planted, and he thought he had only all ligaments and all in his hand, something wrong with his hand or his arm. But that was about a week ago. He's now been on the phone saying, oh, it's not getting better, it's getting worse, I need to go to the hospital. So he must have maybe broke something. He did miss the rate, but Francis is a top lap here. Francis is one of the best there is out there going. No shame to be big track like this. That's not that far off Francis, but Francis done a crap lap. What's a good lap from? I think there's at least 4, 5, 6 seconds for us there to make a perfect lap for us would probably be that crap lap that Francis has done. Or I feel like we could definitely maybe get down very close to an 8:10. Muhara, hello Muhara mate, nice to see you. Ah, sorry, you speak French, you have to translate. No problemo, sir, no problemo. Bonjour, je m'appelle Scottie Signor. Me hope to zoom zoom, and no boom boom. Only zoom zoom for me, hopefully. My lap was good, JJ. Well, there was a lot of time lost, especially in the Formula 1 section. I barely had an apex. And other sections around there, I didn't get a good exit. There's a couple of corners in that track where a good exit like is worth a couple of seconds along the next straight. And it's a fuel saver. Put that brake balance 1. We'll just go 1. We're still scared. We're not sure what we're meant to be doing with that. And it's a rolling start, is it? It is. And there's the pit lane there. That'll be easy to remember. Oh, we've dropped the whale. Cold mediums. That didn't feel like much of a wheel at all to hear. That was only on the curb. Second gear. Stay away from my second gear. She's very catchy on the accelerator. Like there, that corner there, the big nose. Trying to get it in. Someone else having an incident. Oh, sir, that's not a break in this corner, sorry. My insurance will pay for that shit. But that was not a braking zone. Oh, thank you, sir. Right, let's have a look at that fuel and see what that fuel's saying. I think the Aston might struggle with a fuel save just because there's only the 6 gears in it. It may not be as good as any of the 7. And another incident, another one bites the dust. I'll stay in third here and see how third feels. Oh, gentlemen, oh. Oh. Cool. Oh. Oh. Oh, that wasn't a good corner. Oh, on a round of go again. We've nothing left to learn, have we? Anything to learn, anything to learn. No, I think the Aston would be absolutely fine driving it in the middle as well instead of the one to the rear, but we'll leave it the one to the rear and we'll just, because the front tires are the tires that are affecting us the most rather than the back. What's more fuel saving? Required on the opening lap. I think we're done. I do think we've learned what we're going to learn in this one. Brain can't think of anything else it wants to learn. Let's go and see. Check out Francis as he brings us home. And here he is. On board with Francis. We'll get ourselves a wee smoke rolled. Oh, the BMW. At the BMW race, has Canon done a wee video on it? I'll have to check it out. I'll see it later on. It was the fucking freewheeling, both of us freewheeling to the line. If he hadn't have said it, if he hadn't have said, "Oh, I'm out of fuel," I don't think would have caught him, because we were accelerating the whole way along that straight whenever he said that, and straight away as soon as he said I'm out of fuel, we lifted and coasted for the last, I would say, 200 yards into the corner, and we didn't accelerate until the exit of it, just so as we had a wee bit of a run in hope that would have got bam. No chance of a no stopper in this. We're ridiculous fuel saving on the hards. Or get the hards out of the way on the opening lap. Because you two, well, Harry for sure was fuel saving a shitload in that opening lap, almost to the point to where if we had had a set of hard tyres on, we still might have been able to hang with those guys in the mediums and get a bit of extra speed out of those hards, just because they were fuel saving that much. I'm getting R1 going. It's in about 5 minutes, gentlemen. Have yourselves a wee smoke or a wee cup of tea. What was the overall? I wonder. Let's keep an eye on that. And what is a good overall as well, Francis? Rather than classing this one I'm not sure, Harry. I thought we were getting it off you, and then it ended up you like kind of lifted and let me have it, and then it ended up I was on the brakes too early and I had to come back off the brakes. So it did. I didn't judge my braking into the first corner at all. I almost judged it on you, and then I feel like I realised he lifted off there to let me have that spot, but then we ended up that slow. You drove back around the outside of us. But yeah, it wasn't well judged. Don't bully me, but Harry, it's the first one of the day. God damn it. We'll have to get some sort of flow. You never lifted. I was on and off the brakes at least 2 or 3 times on the way into the first corner. So that's an indication of how poor my first corner was. Right, let's throw out the big old thanks for joining me, everyone. Rule. It should be rules, you fool. Rules for this FI race is must use hard tire at some point in the race with a 5 minutes to race. Oh, you just saw me fly up here inside. I thought we had the job done, but it ended up being I got the job done and then I threw the job away again. I should have timed that brakes better. I felt like we ended up just both of us losing time. And then that wee wheel that I dropped as well on that opening lap. It was hardly even a drop of a wheel. It was a half a wheel, not even on the grass, on a curb. I'm gonna try and avoid that. The second gear. It's just very punchy. Alright, Ak, catch you later, mate. Have a good one. You really think you're going to let someone pass me on the first corner? If I'd have done my job right, you wouldn't have had a choice. We'd have been taking that shit from you. We just didn't time our braking right. There's nothing you could have done about it. We had a lot of drive. We were just driving straight past you, sir. I think I'm gonna get myself a goddamn beer. Why not? Why the hell not? I've got one lovely cold beer left. Before we move on to the harder stuff, the honey bourbon, or the red stag bourbon, or the fireball. My goodness, I'm telling you, if we are sober for this BMW final event, I'm doing something wrong. The day hasn't went to plans. Ugh. Any superstars in the house? Mr. Cooper. Attention please, attention please. Okay, Mr. Cooper. That's a Mr. a 3-letter Cooper. Make your way to the office please. Thank you. It's his main account anyway. 100% of the campaign achieved A+S. 35 libraries, 110 cars. Any libraries uploaded? 7 of those libraries uploaded. And they're standard, Nice to meet you, sir. Oh, here. Let's look at them race results and get an idea of what an overall time is. Nice, I think. What's that? So we don't see an overall time now because Francis left. Francis must have been about, I would say, the top lobbies will be tipping in them 24s. We're very close to it anyway. I've seen Francis making a mistake when we were reviewing him on the last lap. When we start, says Mr. Storm. Mr. Storm, we shall throw out everything for you that you require. Thanks for joining me, everyone. Don't know why it's not giving me a fucking rules there. Rules for this FI race is must use the hard tire at some point in the race with A. Make your way to track please, starting soon. There we go, and that answers Mr. Storm's question. Chimpanzee, hello sir, long time no see, nice to see you mate. Hope all's well. Look at the picture you sent me. You know it doesn't show that stuff in the assembly. Love. Is that you in your lobby now? Chimpanzee says, do I know Curry? It says. No, it doesn't. It doesn't ring a bell. I don't think so, sir. Go on, JJ. It looks like JJ. If he's not in top split, then he's in a fucking room with Mr. Fire on a few other big names. Be surprised if that's not top split. You're so excited about GT4. He streams GT4 license tests. Right lads, we'll hand out the final call. Last call, not in, can't win. Can you believe that? Young Jack is now, he's in the middle. We're in the process of qualifying. And he's in top split. Come on JJ. Bring that shit home, top 10. Mr. Wolf and Mr. Wanny. Is it about 10 seconds, lads, to make this one? And they didn't make it that day, unless they bounced in with 10 seconds left to go. Hello, that bag, sir. He'll buy GT7 on the launch day, so take it. You'll have yourself a PlayStation 5 straight away on release day as well. I don't think I'll be able to get myself a PlayStation 5 for a long time till after it comes out. PS5's around 500 quid. What one do you think will be the best one to get? The one that has the disc reader? Or do you think, because will there be a difference in the price in the one that has a disc reader in it? Or will it actually be cheaper because then the other one will have a whole lot more memory? You'd like to think the other one would have a shitload more memory, because you're going to have to be downloading all your games, I think. I'm not sure when I do get one what one I'll go for. The digital one's going to be better, so they'll probably be charging more money for a certain version of it. And a wee bit of me still hoping that GT7 will come out for the PlayStation 4. I hope so, even if it's a slightly different version, and they'll have some kind of servers open for it. But you never know, you don't always get what you want. If you gentlemen would like it off me, feel free to take that shit, gentlemen. set that in the ice tray. Smoking time's over. And drinking time is here. Oh, why? Why? That'll surely go away before we start anything. And there it's gone. Excuse me. Apologies if I'm missing any chat, lads. It's not a track for chatting. Still be better, you know, a wee bit of tower there, still be better cruising and keeping my patience the whole lap in fourth gear, big automatic, and start going when we get round to here. Now we can read Test Drive Unlimited 3 coming out. I'm trying to remember to Google that. Oh, I'll start my lap with a nice big set of dirty tires, why don't you? Well, why the hell don't you, Stephen? Reading the chat. Right. Oh, let's go. Alright, Sam, hello mate. You did an 806. Haul nice mate, haul nice. Don't think we'd be anywhere near an 806. Fuck me, that was close between me and Storm. Look at how close that was for fucking a big lap that size. My goodness. Right, that was in the tower and stuff off. 809. What was that we done? 814. I reckon if we were to absolutely nail a lap, would be in the 10s. If we get down to the 10s or 11s, then that's us. We're not making too many mistakes at all on the lap. What time is it? It's 2:30. This is the last practice then of it before the real thing. And we only think about the real thing, and already a nervous PP has arrived. Can you believe that shit? 40 minutes before the race and the nervous PP's here. Alright, crazy. Sam says, you think a set of Corsa has made you slightly better? Do you think a set of Corsa is the way we're going? Do you think everyone's gonna leave this game if their servers and all are good? Are we all gonna leave this game? Is it that much better? Yes, Sam thinks yes, we're gonna leave this game. Aye. My goodness, wonder how long it would take to download it, because apparently we don't want to get too far behind, you know. Apparently there's a big grinding period where you have to grind against the computer to get your level up, even to be allowed to race online. So we don't want to end up 5 or 6 months behind everybody. But we are going to have to make a decision as to where we're going to get it within the next month, I would say. Yeah, you see, that scares me about it, mate. To be honest, for me, stuff I've watched and the amount of stuff you can change and stuff, that really scares me, because you know what I'm like with my fucking brain and my memory. I'm trying to remember stuff. I find it hard trying to remember that a certain car has to go 3 to the rear and that stuff. Never mind having a game where it's really important to make yourself a setting, and maybe a different setting for every different track and all. I understand why guys like it, because it's real as fuck, but I love having a pit crew. Having a pit crew is the best fucking part of the game. You know what I mean? Let them boys sort out what's best for me, and I'll do the driving. And that thinks ACC's where it's at as well. You've no desire for GT Sport at the moment. It is it's tempting me. It's just because of how good it looks, and not how good it looks. Because if I get my PlayStation, it's not. It's gonna be in the 30 fucking whatever it is, and it didn't look that good. But they all say that you forget about that once you start playing it. So everything else, the noises, the sounds and stuff out of it look really, really good. I am getting very tempted. The 30 frames are fine, yeah. They all seem to think that. It annoyed them at the start when they first put it in, but soon forgot about it. I do need to pick, but even if I get it, maybe just I'll definitely won't do both of them. I know I won't do both. I'll have one main driving game like that catches me, that I enjoy how it operates and everything, and then I think most of the time that I get on, I'll be in that one. But yeah, even a few hours passed, even if I was to get it, I'm sure I could pass 3 or 4 weeks and maybe forget about this here one for a wee bit. A minute behind after 3 laps. You didn't tune your car? What, are you allowed to tune your car in this race? No, DJ talking about the nations. The nations, you're right, you must be allowed to tune your car in that nations race. Where did you come, JJ? Did you avoid getting lost? Was there anybody else in that race with you at all who me and you have a chance? Or else am I looking for much of the same in my race here today? Right, gentlemen, best of luck. It's in the middle. We'll live in the middle this time and see what it does. Oh, what am I doing? Fucking about. Wanting my brain, wanting the fuel on. And there goes my last practice. There you go, you can see your fuel now. Oh dear. Sorry, Pac-Man, go ahead, sir. We're out of this one, but the fans are getting a spectacular pieces of race car. That was for Jimmy and Bobby there at the side. The flag marshals will stay out of people's way. Right, what was it doing there? Because I was focused there. I was happy with how it was going. I wanted onto my fuel. Yes, I wanted on my fuel. I'm not going to do the radar in this race. I'm going to try and cope without the radar in this one. Because I need that fuel. Even just to look after my tyres. I want to be going down in the mixture 3 for as many corners as I can. So as in the acceleration out of the corners, the power isn't just going through the tyres, and then any kind of straight at all will get it back up. So let's do that now and practice driving like that. It's throwing something into the mix for us, and my thing is faulty. It doesn't move every single click that we do. If it was reliable, we wouldn't even have to look there. If it was reliable. Right, so well before a corner, we want to get it into 3. Instead of causing a panic for myself. And then there, just take your time, put it back up. I'm struggling for a want. I'll not quit out just yet, but because that want might come back. It's still only lap 1. We might still want a wee bit of a drive. What am I missing? Don't do that in the act. I'm getting rid of all the crap driving. Nah, JJ, do you not see? I'm trying my best to get rid of all those mistakes right now. Get them all out of my system. I do need to be a wee bit more fussy. I'm actually starting to think to myself, do I even want fuel mixture 1 at all from the start of the race? Should I just go into 2 and then I don't need to worry that much about changing it. We'll just leave it in mixture 2 and see how it goes like that. In fact, before we get to the start of another lap, we'll put it in the mixture 2 and see what our next lap feels like. So JJ, talk to me about your race. What place did you finish? Were you last? And if you weren't last, how far behind the man in front were you? Not the leader, the man in front of you. You were lost. Oh, it's coming for me. It's coming for me. Can't we avoid a last place in this one? It hasn't finished yet. What? Ah, you've quit out. You've quit. He's quit. We'll hopefully not be quitting, like he said right before destroying the PS4. So you're riding and you're watching me. You must have quit out. He's rage pit. He's sitting in the pits. He's just staying in the pits. Technical issues. I have awful memories of that there part of the track there. Oh, right, come on, let's continue it and see if we can learn something. Right, fuel mixture 2. Touch the handbrake in that corner, maybe in the real FI race. Around the first corner, Colin McRae style. It's definitely not quite as punchy in the acceleration zones. What's second gear like? Oh, it's still got a bit of punch in second. I expect you to beat those people. I expect you to start the race thinking let's not get lost. You start the race thinking let's not get lost. You're talking now as if you started the race thinking I'm gonna get lost. I'm not thinking that's it. I'm thinking let's not get fucking lost here. And then who knows what can happen if you start the race with a real attitude. That let's not get lost at some point might change into fuck me, let's get a top 15 or let's get a top 10. You'd never know. It's a tuning race. I'm glad I never even thought about doing it then. I looked at it. I liked the car it was in. I thought to myself, I don't know that track, but that car would be a nice car to have a race in. You wanted to drop loads of DR to pay my manufacturers. Right. I like the way you think. I like the way you think. Thank you, Pac-Man. Oh, fuck. Why? I can't believe I forgot about that. The tea will be cold and all night, won't it? God damn it. Sandwich I'll have to do. My God, I forgot about that for quite a while. Been driving that poorly. Even my ghost almost fucking crashed there. We'll be alright, JJ. Doesn't matter what number we are in the room. We're in rooms now where people will be like, who the fuck's that? Who's he? Haven't seen him before. We're punching above our weight. Can't believe any kind of impression in a room like that. With a good performance, or even a nice clean battle with some top fast guys. Hang with them for a wee while, who knows? I'm actually going to go and get the nervous PP. There'll probably be an hour nervous one before the main race, but I've been holding this one on for a while. Shall be back in a second. I'll even put this on someone to spectate. Alright. Mr. Storm. Show them how it's done, please, sir. If you wouldn't mind. You barely even lost anything. Aerodynamic, I think this should be worth half second. You're 63. What did you say I was? I dropped down to 61. If I'd have thought to myself when I was at 64 that could sneaky into top split lobby, I wouldn't have dared do an hour daily race. I'd have waited probably this race, although would have preferred a race that I got the settings of a couple of weeks before it, so I'd had half a dozen practices at it and knew exactly what was going on in the head to see what you can do up there. We need an hour Sardinia A race day with a rolling start, and I'm not sure. I feel like I'd be happy with Group 1 again, because that's, I know that I ended up pretty good in the Group 1 there, but I'm not sure if it would be a harder, dodgier race in Group 2 or Group 3 or what. It was definitely a good one for us the other week. JJ says, I'll do daily race A, start at the back and just be really slow and come last. Luke, stay up there. Are you scared? Have you bounced into a big boy race and all of a sudden you don't want to be there? Get away. You fucking, don't be losing your rating like that on badness. Unless you really are scared of the big boy races and you don't want to be there. But the more you're there, the more you're going to improve yourself. You want to be in my lobby, but if you're better than me, then you should be fucking in better lobbies than me. Don't be worrying about being in my lobby. Tell me how to get better, how to get into your lobby. I hear what you're saying, but when you're in those lobbies with people that you can't compete with, you will learn. You will learn stuff, even if it's only wee small things you learn. You meet people, have a good race with someone, boom, new friend, new fast fucking friend, with other fast fucking friends, eh? We can't have Harry being our fastest friend forever. Surely there's other faster guys out there. Right, I think it's time for us to go and go into the lobby. I wanted to get that. There's a wee smoke sitting here for me as well. Right, gentlemen, I'll throw out the thanks for practice. Good luck in FIA. I'm gonna leave that floating there so as all these randomers around the world get a wee glimpse of it before we politely back out of that shit. Can we go there daily? 20 million car before the FIA race? No, for fuck's sake. Gran Turismo, well, it's just not even, won't even offer me one to get that excitement going and built up and all during the stream. Desperate. Mr. Rates is out. Not a problem, Mr. Rates. Nice to see you again. Thanks for hopping in. What's going on? What's going on? Alpha froze. My wee picture's still moving about. But the game has froze. Are we about to just lose all that fucking... It wouldn't be like it. I'm telling you, this'll be a day where I get into a good lobby with some big ass people that I'm happy to be there with, and we'll get kicked out and lose a shitload of rating, never to get back to that level again. How do I have 58 million money? Your maximum is 20 million. You need to get yourself a Lewis Hamilton DLC, JJ. If you buy the Lewis Hamilton DLC and you get all gold against him in the time trial, then you have 100 million maximum instead of the 20 million. Oh, come on, Gran Turismo, don't do this shit on me today at this time. It fucking is. You believe that, right? I'm gonna have to fucking start another stream. I don't believe that shit. Leave it. What about if I press that button and then just come back to the game? Would you magically be there? No, you wouldn't. It's on its period. 2 to 5 days. 2 to 5 days a month. Gran Turismo basically doesn't work. It decides. I'm not playing today. Apologies, gentlemen. Very sorry. We're going to have to just restart the game, not the PS4. But when I exit out of the game, JJ, it ends my live stream. I don't know how to exit out of the game and it not the end of my live stream. So I might as well just reboot the whole PlayStation at the same time, because I have to make another one. Apologies, lads, and I need to do it quick. We'll be back ASAP.